Well, this is it. It's here. You asked for this. You asked for what the universe is now providing, and it's like you're like stepping into this new reality that is your reality. You're realizing that you were a powerful manifester, and you're realizing that you're extremely magical, and you are realizing how much influence you have always, like, that you definitely have now but have always had. And because of that, you're realizing how much is actually within your control. You're realizing that you don't have to grasp for control anymore the way that, like, perhaps when you were younger you had to. There might have been ways that you were trying to find ways to get what you want or whatever, but in general, control. And now you see how much is actually in your control, and it's so much more than you realize, because you've been doing it, like in how you respond to things, um, and how things either remain in your brain or get tossed out. So hello to you. This is you. This is you. Um, Nice to meet you. Shake your own hand because I think you're realizing how nice it is to meet yourself. There were things that you really thought just weren't going to happen, especially like in a certain timeline or whatever. Like people have let you down, and so you weren't really sure to trust certain things or trust this whole energy. And then you have suddenly developed this new relationship with yourself of extreme love, like radical love, radical acceptance of yourself in a way that's like healing yourself so much that it's just like overflowing and like just unintentionally healing other people. But yeah, I just kept. Usually, whenever I wake up, I'll record one of these because there's stuff in my head. And then today I was busy. I woke up late, so I had to hurry up and rush around. And then I had things to do. But I kept just hearing, "This is it. This is it. This is everything you asked for." Um, and it really felt like in this collective, specifically in the collective who's hearing this and like feel like that it's resonating with, it feels like you have given so much and like finally you're like, okay, no, like actually I feel secure in this relationship of energy with the universe and alchemizing and transmutation and all of that, all the fun esoteric words. And you are really at the point where when people ask you questions, like people are coming to you like specifically in the field that you're in, and they are having questions for you. They're having you lead them. And this may feel odd to you because sometimes, like, I think really it feels like you've been overlooked a lot in your life, where you've known the right answer. And like, it's, yeah, it kind of reminds, okay, so what I'm getting in my head is everybody's got their hands up and the teacher keeps calling on all the students to answer all the questions wrong. And she's like, really? None of you know the answers? Oh my gosh, the answer is this. And you're like, I had the answer. You could have just asked me, but they never ask you. Or whenever you do say the answer, somehow you're not heard properly. Or, but in general, like in relationships, like you're like, oh, why don't people just understand that I'm amazing or I'm cool? And it's also you've had a hard time even being that way. You're because you are still a very humble person. You're still like, well, must let me see what I can work on because clearly I'm doing something that this, it's always something you're doing your best to heal within yourself. And that natural mentality that you have, as opposed to being like this was their fault, and not necessarily faulting yourself, but that mentality of like I can grow from this has been the thing that's allowed you to kind of like elevate rapidly when it comes to spirituality and whenever it comes to the goals you have for dealing with your guides with the universe. And because of that, you have entered this like it's unsettling because to you because it feels like uncomfortable how comfortable you are with whatever happens. And perhaps the reason why it feels uncomfortable for you, I'm hearing that perhaps like you've experienced depression a lot in the past or anxiety, like these ups and downs, or like mainly the downs, like maybe not even like too many ups, just more downs. And so it can be scary to feel like you're going that way whenever, because sometimes not giving an F, but not giving a freaking crap a doodle, um, it can be like a symptom. I've been there, but it can also be a sign that you're of a radical acceptance because there's still the ability to get the heck out of bed sometimes. And sometimes, we get dipped back into even those feelings of depression so that we can understand it a bit more. And I think that's what is really the main thing is that this is it. You're here, you're okay, you're feeling better now, and trusting that you're better. Not necessarily like that you were worse, but that you're okay. Sometimes we fall and sometimes like we break a bone, and then we're in a cast, and we have to wait until that's healed. Or if heck, if there's people who like hurt their knees or whatever, then they have to do physical therapy. There's people who have accidents and they have to do physical therapy and they have to grow little by little. And then when they're walking or stepping on that thing that used to be so sore and painful for them or that caused so much time and growth, they start to like walk and they think there's no way that they can jog or run or do these things, but then you do it. And the thing for you, it's like you haven't realized that for a while you've been jogging, you've been sprinting, and you don't really have to run anymore. I don't know what that really means to you. Perhaps you may feel like you're running from things. Hi, Key Cat. Oh, hello. She had a little chirp for you. Um, Meow. Hi. But perhaps that's where it feels. I'm hearing confusion, but perhaps that's just because I'm off topic now. But perhaps you have felt confused in the past, and even now, the confusion still is there. It's like, well, like, why is it good? Or why are things shifting this way? Why are things suddenly moving in this way? Like, what is going on? Why am I not more concerned with all the things that are changing? And so that can feel like perhaps like, is this a numbness? And really, it is a bit of a numbness, but in the best way possible. Um, but it is really just like, we are going to do this. These big goals, you're going to be achieving are going to be something that you're like, yeah, I did this. I stepped up to the plate. I trusted in myself, and these are the rewards from that. Even if it's you know, these things within yourself, these growth periods within yourself. That's like, yes, I did it. I was glad at the beginning of this year. I said, I am alone and I have no friends and nobody wants to be friends with me. And I can tell because I do things that people don't show up and they don't want to be my friends and they don't listen and they just don't want to be my friends. But then you slowly started saying things, well, somebody wants to be my friend. At least some one person would want to be my friend, and not everybody gets to be my friend. And slowly but surely, and then by the end of the year, you have lots of friends because you just kept getting out there and trying, and you're like, and this is it now, because you wanted a friend group, you wanted many people that you can go and do things with, and now you're out and about and you're moving, and it's so rapidly different from the things that you thought your life was going to be in comparison to how it was in those moments where they felt so dark. Now you really do feel like, I was in a stuck in a cycle and putting a curse on myself. And you're telling yourself how you put that curse of like, I'm alone, so that's what you would see was your loneliness. And we've all been there. We all get confirmation bias in anything that we're saying. And so you started confirmation biasing yourself in the way that, oh, that there are people out there for you to meet. There are good people that you can talk with about the things that you also enjoy. And then there are things that you enjoy out there. So go ahead and enjoy your shifting. Shifting can be awkward. But at this point, this is these are so many people in the collective that are feeling like this. And so you are realizing that you're not alone, and you know that you're not alone. So it's not even something that it's just is. And I really feel like the person that's hearing this right now is going to be putting out videos like this. And soon, if you're not doing it now, you're going to be doing it soon. Something about like whenever you see people doing this, you feel like I could do that, and you can. Um, because we need the help. Um, Spreading the word of the collective, because a lot of us are under this, and so whatever downloads each person is getting, sometimes everybody's gonna word it in their specific ways. They're going to be a lot of the same things, but they're gonna word it in their way through their filter, so then the people that are meant to hear them. And so, as I'm wrapping up this video, the people even who are going to be seeing this, there's going to be other people that you're going to have popping up on your feed. And you may have a lot of this popping up on your feed, and that is going to be because you should be doing it as well. So pop up your phone, record the things that come to you, because there's something in you that is meant to be poured out in the same way that a lot of us are being called to pour out, and give it to whoever's going to give it, even if it is a one person, even if one person is watching and they resonate with it, they are meant to hear it, and then that creates another ripple. It's like literally a drop, and then there's from that drop and that ripple, there's a splash that creates another drop, and eventually we're going to make waves. And so it may feel a little awkward at first. You're sitting here um, recording things and saying those things, but after a while, I really, not even after a while, very quickly, it's going to feel comfortable, you letting it flow and talking about it, and share your dreams that are coming to you, share your pools that are coming to you, share the people that are how people are coming to you and how you're solving their problems, if they are coming up, because I'm really seeing that you are that friend, um, and honestly, that's why you're here. That's why you're seeing this specific thing. You are a part of a collective of people who are here to heal so genuinely and are doing the work on themselves, and you are doing the work on yourself so much. You are doing so much like esoteric knowledge that you are seeing, you are then putting into action. And so, just keep doing you. I saw a lot of numbers during this, and I didn't really call them out, and that's okay. Main one, I did see 1111, so there's an 1111 for you. And in the meantime, let me know if any of this resonated with you. You can comment, you can whatever. You don't have to do any of that. You can subscribe, share. Um, Most importantly, whatever you do, like enjoy the ride. And in the meantime, keep a lookout for the numbers and stay synchronized.